Students, welcome to our part 3 of PGT, okay, Power Generation Technology. Uh, in this video, I'll discuss about what is Carnot cycle or what is Carnot engine. Okay, so with the first unit, you have this topic, right? What is Carnot cycle or Carnot engine? So Carnot engine is a theoretical thermodynamic cycle proposed by Leonard Carnot. Okay, so he proposed that Carnot engine, Leonard Carnot. Okay, it gives the estimate the maximum possible efficiency that a heat engine during conversion process of heat into work and conversely working between two reservoirs can process. Okay, what it actually means. So it is a maximum possible efficiency. How maximum possible efficiency can be obtained from heat engine during when it converts from one reservoir working between one reservoir and uh, second reservoir. Okay, how actually it processes heat into work or work into heat. So it does mean that in this section we will learn about Carnot cycle and Carnot engine. Okay, so this is the Carnot cycle, right? The vertical axis denotes the pressure. Okay, it denotes the pressure, and the horizontal line denotes the volume. Okay, so there are four notations: A, B, C, D. It moves from A to B. So when it moves from A to B, there will be a isothermal expansion. Okay, from B to C there will be adiabatic expansion. C to D will be isothermal compression, right? Expansion, now it is compression. And from D to A it will be adiabatic compression. Okay, remember this cycle. Now what is Carnot theorem? According to Carnot theorem, any system working between two given temperature, let's suppose there is a system, okay, its temperature, two systems are there. Any system, there are two temperature. Consider any one system, there will be two temperature. There will be one hot reservoir, its temperature is T1, and second reservoir, there its temperature is T2. They can never have an efficiency more than Carnot engine cycle working between the same reservoirs respectively. Okay, they cannot have more efficiency than Carnot engine which is working on same reservoirs. Okay, also the efficiency of this type of engines is independent of the nature of the working substances. It does not depend on the working substance and is only dependent on temperature of hot and cold reservoirs. Okay, it completely depends on temperature of hot and cold reservoirs. Okay, so reversible. Okay, it also operates in reversible manner. Okay, reversible closed dynamic cycle in which there are four successive isothermal operation involved. They are, okay, as I have explained, isothermal expansion, adiabatic expansion. For expansion, okay, isothermal compression and adiabatic compression. During this operation, the expansion and the compression of the substance can be done to the desired point and back to the initial state, right? So expansion, when we consider a Carnot cycle, let's say in 4-stroke engine, right, there will be isothermal expansion. Okay, the piston will be go up. Adiabatic expansion, then it is set to a temperature TH, then it is moving from TH to T1, then there will be some another temperature T1, then there will be again a compression. Okay, then it is at T1 temperature, then it will be the isothermal compression. Okay, then it will again move from T1 to TH, that will be adiabatic compression. Okay, so let's see all these four processes. In first A, right, in this figure, the process is reversible isothermal gas. Let's suppose gas is there, gas expansion. In this process, the amount of heat absorbed by the ideal gas is Q in from the heat source which is at temperature TH, right? let's suppose it is at temperature T. The gas expands and does the work on the surrounding. Okay, it works on and it expands and works on the surrounding. That the piston will move in the up direction. Now let's see this figure. TH, adiabatic expansion from TH to T1. In the process is reversible. Adiabatic gas expansion. Here the system is thermally insulated and gas continues to expand. Right, the gas is still expanding and the work is done on the surrounding, but at lower temperature. Now the temperature is T1, TLQ. Okay, in figure C, right, in this isothermal compression at T1. Okay, the process is reversible, right? All the processes are reversible. Isothermal gas compression process. Here the heat loss Q out. Okay, Q out occurs. Gas heat loss is there occur when the surrounding do the work at temperature T1, right? When it is at normal, then the surrounding is doing work on this piston. And the last figure is adiabatic compression from T1 to TH. The process is reversible, right? Adiabatic gas compression. Again, the system is thermally insulated. The temperature again rise back to the TH. Okay, then it again back. The temperature again get back to TH as the surrounding continues to do their work on the gas. Okay, right? A to B, B to C, C to D, and it is again back to the D to A as surrounding has done its work. So what are the steps? Okay, isothermal expansion. The gas is taken from P1, V1, T1 to P2, V2, T2. Okay, so suppose that from it is moving from A to B, then its pressure will be P1, temperature will be T1, volume will be V1. Then it is moving to P2, V2, T2. Okay, heat Q1 is absorbed from reservoir at temperature T1. Since the expansion is isothermal, the total change in the internal energy is zero. Okay, so isothermal, so total energy will be zero, and heat is absorbed by the gas is equal to the work done by the gas on the environment. Okay, it is doing a work on environment. So W work on environment, first 1 to 2 point. Q1 is okay. Q1 is equals to mu R into T into ln V1 V2 by V1. Okay, volume 2 divided by volume 1. Initial volume is V1 and the final volume will be V2. Temperature is T1. Okay, now the isothermal expansion. The gas is taken from P1, V1, T1. Okay, isothermal expansion as I have explained. Next one is the adiabatic expansion. Right, the gas expands adiabatically from right P2, V2, T1, T1 to P3, V3, T2. Okay, so it is denoted by this mu R by gamma minus 1 T1 minus T2. Gas is doing work, right? Next, third step is the isothermal compression. The gas is compressed isothermally from state right P3, V3, T2 to P3, P4, V4, T4. Right, so here the work is done on gas by the environment. Okay, right, it is expanding in environment, so environment is also working on this piston. Here the working. Okay, so it is denoted by this mu R T2. Okay, so these are the right. These are the last step is the step 4, right? Adiabatic compression. The gas is compressed adiabatically from P4, V4, T2 to again P1, V1, T1. The initial step. Okay, so it is denoted by this Q1, Q2, T2. Right. Then the total all the 4 steps are added. Then net efficiency will be given by net work done by the gas upon heat absorbed by the gas. Right. So net efficiency should be equal to 1. Okay, so it is called as a Carnot cycle. So remember this point. So with this point, your Carnot cycle topic is covered. Okay, so in the next topic, I will explain about how the thermal power plant work. Okay.